Today our topic is matrix minima method or the least cost method. The matrix minima method is a method for computing a basic feasible solution of a transportation problem where the basic variables are chosen according to the unit cost of transportation. This method is very useful because it reduces the computation and the time required to determine the optimal solution. As like any other transportation problem like northwest corner rule, the matrix minima method is also giving us the optimal solution for any transportation problem. Now what are the steps? At first identify the box, that means the cell having minimum unit transportation cost. If the minimum cost is not unique, then you are at liberty to choose any cell. That means in different cells, if we have minimum value or the same value, then we can choose any one of them. Now choose the value of the corresponding Xij as much as possible subject to the capacity and requirement constraints. That means according to the demand and supply, we have to allocate the demand or supply value to the cell value, and we have to repeat steps 1 to 3 until all the restrictions are satisfied. Now we are proceeding that method using an example. Let us suppose that problem. Here we have some cells, and in the cells 2, 2 and 2 are the lowest value of the cell cost, but all are same, so we may choose from any one of them. Let us suppose we are choosing that one, but before each and every process, at first we have to check the demand and supply summation are equal or not. So suppose that one is A1, that one is A2, that one is A3, and if we proceed, we are getting summation of AI is equal to 150. Same as that is B1, that is B2, that is B3, and that is B4, and summation of Bj, that one is also equal to 150, and that one is equal to the summation of AI. That means demand and supply are equal. So we may proceed to the matrix minima method. So at first we have chosen which cell? Now that one. Now look at the demand, that is 20, and the supply is 75. So which one is minimum? Now 20. So we are allocating 20 in the cost cell, and also we are subtracting that 20 and we are getting that is 55. So that one is becoming 0 and that one is becoming 55, and according to the we are crossing out that column. So next we are proceeding to the other two cells where the cost value has the same, that is 2 and that one is 2. So let us suppose we are starting from that cell. Now look at the supply, that is 55, look at the demand, that is 60. So which one is minimum? Now that is 55. So we are allocating 55 here, so that one is becoming 0 and that one is becoming 5, as like here. So next, already that has been crossed out, so we may crossed out that row also. Next we have another lowest value, that one is 2. Now look at the demand, that is 5, and look at the supply, that is 25. So which one is minimum? That one. So we are allocating 5 here and that one is becoming 20. So we proceed to the next table that has already been allocated, and already we have allocated the cell value here. So we are proceeding to the next lowest cost value cell, and it is already have 5. So we are proceeding to that 5 and we are getting here the demand value is 20 and the supply value is 50. So we are allocating 20 here and that is becoming 30. So that means that one is 30 now and that one is 0, and already we can cross out that column also. So we proceed to the next lower cost value. Already that has been also crossed out. So we are proceeding to the lower value, that is 7. Now look at this thing, that is 50, that is 30. So supply is the minimum. So we are deleting that thing and we are getting 30 here, and that is also becoming 20. So the final one cell value cost is now 9, and only that one is demand is 20 and supply is 20. So we are allocating 20 here. So let us final check the complete table allocation. First one 220, second one already we have done 255, the third one 25, now the fourth one that was 520, the fifth one 730, and the eighth one 920. Now another important thing is already we have to check the total number of M is here 4 and N is equal to 3, 1 2 3, and M 1 2 3 4. So that means M plus N is equal to 7, but the total number of basic variables we have to get that must be equal to M plus N minus 1, and that one is already 6. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So initial basic feasible solution has been derived, and we can find the total transportation cost, that one 2 into 20 plus 5 into 20 plus 30 into 7 plus 55 into 2 plus 20 into 9 plus 5 into 2, that one is 650.